All right, in this problem, a surveyor is trying to figure out how wide this pond is. The surveyor stands right here at this point right here and measures 675 feet to the west side and 763 feet to the east side. Knowing about some things about triangles, this is unfortunately not a right triangle, so you cannot use sine, cosine, and tangent. You have to use one of the other tools, and the other tools you could use are law of sines and law of cosines. If you're going to try to use law of sines, you have to know an angle and a side that are given to you across from each other. So for example, if this is 56 degrees, we do not know the side across from that because that's what we're trying to figure out. If you're trying to use this angle and this side, we don't know the angle, but we do know the side, but we have to have both pieces of information to use law of sines here. That unfortunately does not work with this vertex here. And on this vertex here, or this angle, we do not have it's given to you either, and that's across from the 763. So none of these three pairings of opposite angles and sides have information in both of the spots. So therefore, we cannot use law of sines. So let's move on to law of cosines. Law of cosines can work one of two ways. You can have side, 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 or side angle, side. Now in this question, you're actually given a side of 675, an angle of 56 degrees, and a side of 673 or 763. So in this case, we actually can use law of cosines. It does work with side angle, side. So therefore, when we do law of cosines, you need to know this formula right here. And the formula works like this. You have to know you're trying to find the missing side. We're going to call that side C. That's always found directly across from the angle that you're given when doing side angle, side. Then your A and B are the two sides that are given to you. That's the 675, we'll call that A, and we'll call the 673 side the B side. So as you're trying to fill in these these two letters, A and B, the A will represent the 675, the B will represent the 763. So we fill in those four spots with those same numbers. Then the last part of the formula asks you to find cosine of C. Now cosine of C is the actual angle in the side angle side that's given to you. That's 56 degrees. So 56 degrees will go in this little C spot. So if you go over to our calculator next and look at that information plugged in, it'll look like this. You're going to have 675 squared, that's your A, that's your B, minus 2 times A times B, times the cosine of your angle, 56 degrees. Hit enter, and you'll get the final answer of 679.5567304. But the question does say round to the nearest tenth. That's one decimal place. So you stop at the 0.5. Look at what's next to it. There's a 5, so that 5 needs to round up to a 6. So your final answer for how wide the pond is going to be 679.6 feet. That's it. And hopefully in the future, when you see triangles that are not right triangles, look for side angle, side or side, side, side to be able to use law of cosines. Hope this video helps, and good luck.